Anyway, let's roll these fucking dice.
Let's roll these dice. I'm gonna make that the intro. That's it. Just let's roll these fucking dice.
Let's roll these fucking dice, bro. I'm rolling Pike. Wait, let me find her. She's got her like spiritual weapon or whatever. It's really cute.
I'm rolling Keyleth today because Vax did me so dirty and him and I have trust issues right now. So her and her little antlers. I'll count us down.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, rollies. What'd you get?
15.
Keyleth and I are gonna have a conversation.
What'd you roll?
A 12.
Yeah! Pike, I will say this. I've said this before on the channel. My Pike dice has never fucking let me down.
Whenever you bring out your Pike dice, I honestly break into a cold sweat.
Meg, would you like to tell everyone what we're watching today?
Yes, I would. Let me stop hyperfixating on my dice. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rated MA. I'm Meg. That's Allie. And today we'll be continuing our rewatch of The Legend of Vox Machina, Episode 8, A Silver Tongue. Allie and I take notes throughout the episode because we have a notes portion at the very end where we discuss our notes and have a great conversation. So if you would like to join us, we would love to have you. And also, we're not ignoring the show because we see some of those comments out there. We're not looking at our phones. We're just taking notes. We're being good. As you may have heard me say earlier, that I said rewatch, not watch, or first time watch is because Allie and I have seen this show many a times. We love the show. It's one of our favorite shows. It's just really good. And we're preparing for season 4 to be coming out hopefully early next year. And also the Mighty Nein that is rumored to be coming out later this fall. We're just kind of getting our critical role fill in, which is honestly never enough for Allison.
That's true. When we finish recording this, I'm going to go watch Critical Role while I play Baldur's Gate 3 for 4 hours.
I'm envious. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm so envious of you. I will be editing. So I think that's about it. Are you ready to jump in?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Cleanse the soul. Light and mercy cleanse the soul. Light and mercy cleanse the soul.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah.
Everlight. I need your
Ooh, a
guidance.
canted angle.
Where are you? Then I'll do it alone. Leave me. Once more.
Atta girl, Pikey.
I've wanted to do that for longer than you can imagine.
Keyleth, hurry!
Vax, I need Wanderer's Moss, Flicksilver, and the bag that says dirt. Need pressure on the wound before the spell can hold.
Tick tock, tick tock.
He's another sorts of fucked up.
Joy in watching the Derolo child.
I love
became
animated
friends.
liquid. It always looks so interesting to me. Wow.
Ooh,
Sons of
That was
bitches!
cool.
Cool.
You in particular, from that bitch who bore you.
Oh, they showed him reloading. That's so great.
Tutoring their misbegotten spawn.
Oh, that was cool seeing his
Oh.
reflection of his glasses approaching.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you see his reflection?
I did.
And for my efforts, they have given me a great many rewards.
Oh, the silver tongue.
Damn.
Boy, hands up! This revenge is mine. Not if you're dead. We're in this shit together.
Vax is like, a fucking thank you, please.
You got to shoot
Ooh.
my friend!
Oh, Frog.
Shit! You're unbelievable.
I know. It's annoying, isn't it?
I realize it's a long show, but any chance for a private lesson?
That's Matt.
All right, we got Matt.
And he's gone.
Nice shot.
Cassandra?
The way her head falls is so much.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm Keyleth. I'm sort of friends with Percy, and forget it. You're alive. Just wait here.
Yeah, Cass. Go ahead, baby.
The slats!
Sick. Nice.
Having trouble there, Grog? Because it looks like you're having trouble.
Don't you do nothing.
Don't get mad, big guy.
Don't tell me what to do,
Smaller
smaller guy.
guy.
How would you like to kill your friends for me?
Yeah, one thing about barbarians, super strong physically, but mentally,
Not really much there.
every barbarian in Critical Role is like the #1 magnet for getting charmed or mind controlled.
They got low intelligence.
Low intelligence and low wisdom, which is funny because barbarians actually are proficient in wisdom, but man, when it comes to making a wisdom or charisma saving throw or even an intelligence, they are ass dog.
I can't go. I won't go. Not without an answer.
You tell her, Pike.
There she is.
I love the way that looks. It's so fucking cool.
It's gorgeous.
Please, Grog. We're your friends, remember? We love. Stay out of his range. There's no reasoning with him while he's charmed. Or, ever.
Damn, he punched Keyleth in the face.
Yes. Don't stop now, you giant half-wit.
Didn't want to have to do this to you, but...
That's not gonna do much.
Is he only after me?
Vax, you were egging him on like 30 seconds ago, baby.
Kill the master!
We can't stop Grog, so let's stop wasting our time on him.
Why my man built like Humpty Dumpty?
Vex?
If the dumb one can't complete my task, there are many more resources at my disposal.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, Vax with light eyes, though.
Hot.
You're right. Derolos treated you poorly. My parents never recognized my potential and clearly missed yours as well. A talented mind needs time to cultivate, to think, to work out all the angles.
He's so arrogant. I love him.
Will not prolong your life.
And yet it bought me all the time I needed.
Cool!
Amazing.
Oh.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Get it, I guess?
Oh, look at it go.
Oh, she's trying to catch the tongue. Ugh.
And you betrayed us when we needed
His jaw's
you
already
most.
gone.
You're the face of
Yeah, but he's still alive.
I don't know how.
Eyes the smoke.
That is a sick shot.
Yeah, Percy is a bit like an anime villain. I love
He
it.
is. He has like a whole monologue and everything.
Every time he kills someone on the list, he has like a monologue.
Come on, clear the house. Look for anything useful and make it quick.
When we escaped, I saw you fall. I thought you were dead.
I thought you'd come back to check. Loyal and loving. But I've been using them too. Feeding information to the Resistance.
You must have wanted to escape.
Running away was never my strong suit.
Oh,
Ooh.
I might have
Oh, I
something for
actually
that.
love this moment. I forgot about this.
I've always wanted to try this.
I love Keyleth so much.
I think this is the shot where you can see Ruidus. I think. Ruidus is the red moon? No, I only see Katha still.
Kinda impressed.
Yeah, there's Ruidus.
Delilah, what are you doing?
Hi, Matt.
Amen. Run!
Cool. Love a little summoner circle.
The truth is, I left the righteous path. I was drawn to depravity and violence.
Me too, Pike. It's okay.
So I ask a final time, who are you?
She's a badass motherfucker. That's what she is.
Hell yeah.
Your plan just backfired. You got Scanland.
I forgot Scanlan's not even there.
You got struck.
Yeah, he's still coming back from Vedmire's. This is all the same night.
You got Scanland. Ow. Whoa. Huh. Fucking A. Whoa. Whoa.
His freaky ass.
Oi! You fellas got room for a third? I just got done being a big bad hero, and I'm down for a little ugly bumping.
You're not gonna like this.
There? Everywhere? Of course it's zombies. Yeah, because fuck me, that's why.
Because fuck me, that's why.
Two voices in my throat. I stabbed a stupid tongue in the face. Oh shit! Hey, are you even listening to me?
There's a whore. There's a whore.
Not really the time for.
There's a whore.
No, a horde of undead.
I'll be honest, I thought this happened in the next episode, so I forgot that this is how this episode ends.
That was really cool going through actually like the femur.
The bones and stuff, yeah. Meg, that was season 1, episode 8 of The Legend of Vox Machina. What did you think?
It was good. I really like this episode. I like it more than the last one. So again, like the last one was a more setup episode. Things are kind of going a little bit more down in this one. Overall, very good episode. I took a whole page of notes.
I took some notes as well. I also enjoyed this episode more than the previous one. However, the next episode, episode 9, is actually my favorite of the whole season. So I'm excited.
Finally decided which one's your favorite.
Yeah, I think I've always known, and there's a couple of reasons why that one's my favorite. May or may not. Never mind. You know what? You'll see it next week when episode 9 comes out. But it's good. Who wants to start notes? You want me to start? You want you to start?
I can just go through mine and then we can just bounce off with yours.
Hell yeah.
All right, sounds good. I'm just going to go through them a little bit quickly. This episode, of course, is called The Silver Tongue. We find out why it's Anders who has the silver tongue that was given to him by the Briarwoods. Pike is going through a sort of ritual to be able to speak to the Everlight. Yeah, she is fighting herself. The darkness lingers still. Keyleth healed Cassandra, which is very, very good. And she of course, clearly Cassandra was freaked out because she was dead and then came back from the dead. But her and Percy are reunited, so that's going to be interesting to see where that goes. As I said before, Anders has a silver tongue, and he was able to charm an inanimate object to life, and then he was also able to charm everyone in the group except for Scanlan and Percy, and then he turned everyone onto Percy. But Percy, being his little fucked up self, was able to harness a little demon in him and get like a really sick shot and knock his jaw right off. That was really cool, and they're able to capture the tongue. I really like the scene where Vax made Grog really mad to be able to fight an inanimate object. The the knight. That was really funny, him just egging him on because it really shows that Grog is stronger when he's angry, hence, I would like to rage because barbarians are stronger whenever they rage. And then Pike is pushing herself beyond her limits and demands an answer, but Everlight stated, "Lies will not lead you back." That was some that hit pretty hard. Professor Anders dies, thank God. When Percy and Cassandra reunite, he states that he thought she was dead, and she said, "I thought you'd come back to check." And then she kind of threw shade at him, saying, "Well, running away is not my thing." So well deserved. Delilah uses Residuum to cast a summoning spell with her dead servant. Pike comes to realization that it was herself that severed her tie with the Everlight. She felt like she had to choose one path or the other, when in fact she can do both because the Everlight says any path can be a holy one if one walks with truth. That's what I had for my notes.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of the same. I had Pike trying to connect to the Everlight still, some sort of version of commune, whatever the translation is, I'm assuming, for the animated series. We get a lot of really good Pike stuff this episode, which honestly, I'll be so for real. I forgot all about it when I picked my dice today, but I picked my Scanlan dice and my Pike dice for the two episodes that
You
kind of
did.
deal a lot with both of those characters. So I find that very funny to me. But yeah, Pike has this whole conversation with the Everlight about how Pike has been feeling a lot of guilt for how she has, in her perception, deviated from her faith and deviated from her path in life. And that guilt and that remorse has manifested itself by her symbolically no longer being able to use her magic as far as we know. And I find that very interesting as a D&D mechanic, because in D&D, when you play the actual physical game, there's a few reasons why spells won't work. There could be an anti-magic field in which no magic gets through. You could be wearing armor or holding something that makes it so that you can't cast spells. Spellcasters, specifically wizards, let's just say, cannot wear armor. If they wear armor, sometimes it blocks them from being able to cast magic, because spellcasting in most D&D games, it is not played like this in every game, but there are 3 different types of ways that a spell can be cast. It's called verbal, somatic, and material, so VSM. So verbal means that a word has to be spoken. So like we saw with Scanlan in the last episode, Navash Nivan Klu Mehan is the activation spell for the shape-shifting spell that he saw. There is material, meaning like what Delilah used, where she used a piece of residuum. I talked about this in the last episode as well, where residuum is so useful because you can use it in place of other materials. And then somatic, which is hand movements, which will be a big part of campaign 2. Caleb Widogast has a homebrew spell, which I am so hoping that they keep in the actual show. They kind of have to, because he uses it all the time. Widogast's Web of Fire, where I want to say he uses a cat's cradle. So he uses like a piece of string and he shifts it together in a cat's cradle, and when he slams it down, fire sprouts out in webs around him, and it can target multiple people. It's a great spell. It's like a third or fourth level spell, I think, but it's a homebrew. It's Caleb's original spell. And so that is what somatic is. So when you play as a spellcaster, sometimes depending on who your DM is, as a first-time DM, I did not enforce verbal somatic material for my players. However, when our current campaign finishes and we move on to our second campaign, I will be enforcing that the next time around, because my players will be much more experienced by then.
Huh?
So, Meg, if you're going to play a spellcaster in a couple years when we move on to campaign 2, just be prepared to look at your spell list, figure out what you need. No one cares about this, but for our D&D campaign that we're doing, we've been playing for about a year and a half now. When we started playing, we had 7 players plus me, so we had 8 people. A few of us had played before, but we had a bunch of newbies that were joining us and a bunch of people that hadn't played in a long time. So I didn't want to boggle everyone down with, verbal somatic material components, so we just ignored it. But in our second campaign, we probably will not be ignoring it. Why was I on that point?
Caleb, semantic.
No, I was talking about Pike. I was relating it to Pike somehow. How is that related to Pike?
I have no idea.
Oh, I was talking about why your magic, why you would not be able to cast magic. That's how I got on that tangent. Yes, that's where I was going. So sometimes if you wear something, it can prevent you, like if you wear too much armor, it can prevent you from doing the somatic components of a spell. So sometimes spells don't work. And like if you play Baldur's Gate, for instance, which is D&D as a video game, it's a great game. If you have a spellcaster like Gale, who is a wizard in the game, if you put Gale in armor, it'll say that he can't cast spells. Or, you know, if you put Karlach in armor or whatever, if you put a character in armor that cannot wear armor and try to cast a spell, it won't let you because that's just how the mechanic of the game is. But also, in a D&D game, your dungeon master or your DM might decide that your character has not earned the right to magic, or that your deity or god is withholding your abilities from you for whatever reason. This becomes a point in campaign 2, specifically with the character of Ford, who is a warlock, meaning that he has a patron that grants him magic, and Ford is sworn to a pact with his god. And if he does not follow what that entity, that god wants, that god says, no more magic for you. And that will be a fun storyline to come to in the Mighty Nein as well. All that to say, it is interesting that they chose to go this route with Pike, in that she is the reason she's not casting magic. Like, she is the one holding herself back, not the Everlight per se. So I do find that very interesting. I think that's a cool deviation from the actual campaign. And I also wrote down that quote, any path can be a holy one so long as one walks it with truth. I think that's a really great message for Pike. I think that's fun. I also made a note about Keyleth healing Cass. Druids can heal. They are not primary healers. Their main thing is shapeshifting into creatures normally, depending on what type of subclass you are.
A wild shape.
Yeah, wild shape. One of the spells that you do get at first level as a druid can be Cure Wounds if you choose to take it, which I'm assuming is what was used on Cassandra to bring her back, unless she was dead, in which case it might have been Revivify, which is a 3rd level spell. But Keyleth didn't use a diamond for that. She used like other
herbs and stuff.
Yeah, she used like herbs and stuff. So I actually for a while was thinking that it was a medicine kit, because if she is proficient with medicine, which she might be as a druid because it's a wisdom-based thing, she could have built a medicine kit, which is basically the equivalent of like creating a healing potion, and then healed her. I wondered if that was like an equivalent of it in like the animation, but yeah, there was that. I also made a note about Vax and Grog just because I think their dynamic is so funny to me. Vax is very goofy at times. Like, he can be very macabre and very serious at times, but there is like a playfulness to him that I've always loved about Vax, and it translates so well because I feel like that's kind of the dynamic that Liam and Travis have in real life, except Liam is like 5 years older than Travis, maybe even more. Liam's like, I want to say Liam's like 8 or 9 years older than Travis in real life. But Liam and Laura, Travis's wife, who plays Vex, are so close in real life that they have like a real their dynamic in real life is not too dissimilar from Grog and Vax, which I find very fun. That's just a thing that I enjoy. Percy shows off his high intelligence in this episode a little bit, where he's monologuing, but you can see his eyes roving around the room trying to figure out how the fuck he's gonna get out of this.
He needed to buy time.
Yeah, he needs to buy time. A clever mind needs time to figure out all his options, whatever the hell he said, in a nice little concise way. I thought that was really fun. I think we got confirmation in this episode, it's probably been mentioned before, but that Cassandra has been feeding information to the Resistance for a while, because even though Delilah and Silas have been keeping her alive, she still hates them for everything that they did to her. So that's good.
Valid.
Maybe most importantly, that she resents Percy for leaving her here, for abandoning her. Like, quite clearly resents him, which is really hard, because Percy's like, oh my god, my sister's back, I'm not alone. And she's like, you motherfucker. This is what you've been doing while I've been here this whole goddamn time, which is just, it's so interesting and juicy. I love it. I love a bit of drama. We saw what I assume were 2 big spells cast here at the end. One by Keyleth, which I believe was Skywrite, was the spell that she used to convey a message in the sky. I think that's the spell, or like the equivalent of that spell. Or it could have been like Major Image or Minor Image or something, which would have been just as interesting. And then Delilah, I am taking a guess and saying that she used Raise Dead, Summon Undead. Could have been either.
The undead are here. That's what matters.
The undead are here. They are flooding the streets of Whitestone. Shit's bad.
Scanlan's little freaky ass thought he was gonna get some action.
He's like, yeah, man, we gotta meet back up with my team to see how everyone's doing. But a threesome. But anyway, that's the end of my notes. That's all I had. I didn't have a ton this episode. And like I said, Meg covered a bunch of mine. So that's it for me.
Shall we would wrap up.
Yeah, move on to the next one.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here, Vox Machina. You guys can also check us out in our Arcane reactions, which we are doing on Fridays. We've also reacted to Andor, both season 1 and season 2, which is fully up on our channel if you guys want to go check those out. If you have any suggestions for shows or movies, we do want to do movies at some point. Meg and I are just very, very, very busy, so we try to figure out what is most applicable for us to do. But if you have any recommendations or suggestions for us at any time, please feel free to comment them. You can leave them on our community page, or you can leave them just here under this video. We are more than happy to see what everyone is interested in. But yeah, we are gonna finish up here for the night and go watch the next episode.
Let's go.
We will see you guys in the next one. Bye.